You're watching The Dawn Show here on WMCN TV. I'm Dawn Stensland-Menti. We're talking about all-star football player and sixth grader Caroline Pla. She's sharing her story of victory to play football with the boys. And now her mom, Seal Pla, joins our conversation. So good to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
I feel like I know you because you've been on television so much, both of you, your whole family really. So Seal, you know, every mom, it's our job to worry. And I know you've had a world of worry for Caroline throughout this whole thing, right? I mean, what were you worried about most?
I think how she was going to handle it, I knew she could do it well because she just spoke from the heart and she knew what the goal was. But the pressures from the outside, when people started deviating from the topic, just a grade school girl wanting to play football was the topic. When they started to go into high school and pro and wrestling, like they just went all different directions. I worried about that affecting her, but it didn't. She just stayed really true to the point that she wanted young girls in grade school to play football. So
were you
she held her own.
surprised? I mean, and you hold your own on the field and in life, right? But I mean, were you surprised at how it went to this national debate over the women's movement? At the time, we saw the president saying more women could be in combat in the military. It sort of timed with that, and that it became like a women's movement. You know, Gloria Steinem of the new millennium. We're hearing about this. I mean, were you surprised that it reached that level?
I think at first, yes, but we're not. Somebody had asked me if I was a rebel, and I'm like, not a rebel. You know, she's a little kid.
She's a Roman.
She's a Roman, right? But I was surprised that it went to that level. But then it's 2013, and women can do a lot more than that we're, I guess, taking credit for. So, and when they should start when they're little, and you can't tell a kid when they're little that they can't do something just because they're a girl or a boy. I think everybody gets taught now, everybody can do whatever they put their mind to and are determined to do. You know, it's not a boy or a girl thing. Like when we were growing up, it was more like, well, you're a girl, you can't do that.
Although it's interesting because you're a mom of four, so you have a twin sister who likes cheerleading, right, and more traditional theater and that sort of thing. And then your oldest sister is she's a drama queen, just kidding.
No, she's not.
But she's a drama major and into being a thespian. And then of course your brother. But I mean, what did your sisters say to you? I mean, was there ever that interaction with your sisters where they said, why don't you just cheerlead? I mean, was that ever their reaction?
No, they really like the fact that I play football, and I think that's one of the things that actually my twin sister, she really supports me on that part. And they're both really nice about it, and they're both really supportive.
What did you learn about your family, Caroline, throughout all this? Your mom and your dad and your sisters and your brother. What did you learn from?
That no matter what, they're all ready to support me. They're all ready to have my back, no matter what the cause is. Which
is a pretty amazing thing to learn when you were 11. You just turned 12. You know, there's also a legal aspect to this, though, that a lot of people haven't talked about, and that is Title IX. That, in other words, the Catholic Church, because they do receive federal funding through their lunch programs, that in fact there was a legal aspect to this, that had the Archdiocese said, no, she can't play, even though she's the only girl in CYO over thousands of kids playing football, there could have been a lawsuit. Would you have sued, or who do you think would have sued?
No.
We wouldn't have.
We wouldn't have. She is a kid, and we would never put her through that. That's just not, and was never in the game plan. The game plan was just to get the rule changed, and we went about it the nice way, actually just sending an email and making a phone call to the Archdiocese. And when it was ignored, that's when the whole media thing kind of took place. But I
swear that it was the Pope. I mean, did you think that?
I think
Pope
it was the
Francis
Pope
got in, and then we heard the nuns saying women were going to have a role, and then boom, the decision came down with Caroline. I mean, did you think that?
Yeah, the timing was perfect. I thought, gosh, he just came in and that day before, and then the Archbishop changed the rule the next day. So I did kind of think, it was a lot of prayer too. Like, we're Catholic, we like being Catholic. So, we prayed about it a lot, and I said, my oldest was like, we don't have to go to church, they don't like us anymore. And I go, oh, we're going to church and you're going to pray. So,
just what moms say.
Yeah.
Was this for you? I mean, did it help did it make your faith stronger because people were praying for you and you had faith
that the right thing would happen? I mean, did it change your faith a little bit?
Yeah, and it definitely made me feel good that other people had faith in this and that people would take the time to pray for it. And that was just a good feeling.
Which is a beautiful message. Well, we're going to continue our conversation. When we come back, you're going to meet Coach Matt Paul, who's a motivational guru,
And he's going to explain, he's going to put this into perspective, how Caroline's victory really impacts the level of success for college kids and really throughout life.